ask me why I'm so motherfucking fly when I'm moving in your area. The scary mass hysteria is a carrier across, up and down like a tosser. As he tells the devil fills the rich shopping bills. Till the next show, as I protect you, protect the jet, the next till the next
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, I just got through making this video for Playboy Rob. It actually took me a long time. There's a lot of little steps I had to take to get this done right. But it overall came out good. I am pleased with the outcome. Other than that, I had to do this for Playboy Rob. He was one of my best friends at one point in time, and until he passed. But he was a good guy. He was smart. He was very talented, gifted. He just did everything. He was a good dancer. He was a good popper. He just did everything well. So he was somebody I always liked hanging out with. Playboy Rob was a really good guy. So I miss him. So I was actually thinking about him a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, hey, you know what? Does anybody got some pictures of Playboy Rob? Because I want to do an update version of his rap. I want to put some different beats on there, and then, you know, come up with a better beat. That beat was I had it for the one I have online. Me and Playboy Rob. I must have had that on there for at least. Wow. Probably ever since I opened up a YouTube account. Yeah, I had it for a while. But anyways, other than that, I just wanted to say that miss Playboy Rob. Rob was a good guy. He did everything well, and he's awesome. He was an awesome guy. So I had to do something for him. But let's talk about how I did everything as far as doing this remake. It came out good. I really enjoyed it. And I actually listen to it every once in a while because I hear Rob just fucking it up. You know, he's great. Anyways, let's talk about this show. Right now, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and coming to see my new Vod-Cast. This is my new Vod-Cast, a Vod-Cast with the GRANDMIXER TDC. I am your host, GRANDMIXER TDC. You guys are now in the DigiCut Studios. This right now, this environment here has been set up for like Halloween kind of stuff, because my Vod-Cast will probably be out. You'll probably be seeing my Vod-Cast by Halloween. So I'm trying to get prepared and getting it ready. I'm doing tests right now just to make sure everything sounds good. But if you see this, then it did sound good, and I don't need to worry about it. So all good. So welcome to my Vod-Cast. I may say podcast every once in a while, just used to it. I'm not used to Vod-Cast. So if I say podcast, just leave it alone. It's just me. But anyways, welcome to my podcast. I will eventually learn how to say Vod-Cast all the time. So it's something new to me. So this is the studio right now. I'm always going to set it up differently. So this is what you're seeing right now is basically how it's going to look just this month. I'm planning on doing Vod-Casts every month, and talk about all kinds of different stuff. I'm going to have guests on here. This podcast, Vod-Cast, today is just basically introducing myself to you guys, so you get to know who I am. I am the GRANDMIXER TDC. Some of you guys know me, some of you don't, but some of you guys will eventually know who I am. This Vod-Cast will open up some light to who I am, what I'm into, what I'm doing, what's new, what's good, what's bad, what's good and what's bad. I'm not going to leave anything out. I'm going to tell you guys everything just like it is. But yeah, thanks for showing up to my podcast. Other than that, we'll get to me in a little bit, but I do want to talk about how I did a PLAYBOY ROBs video. It took some time to do this because actually I didn't have an acapella. I didn't have Rob just miking, have him on the mic just by himself with no beat. I did have a beat behind him, and I never knew how to take that beat out until now. So I actually took out the beat, and I actually went online. There's a site that I go to that actually takes out the beat. Or if you want the beat, it'll just give you the beat. If you want the vocals, it'll just give you vocals. And a lot of them say that there's a lot of programs out there that say, oh yeah, we could take out the vocals, we can take out the hi-hats, we can do all this. For example, I think it's called DJs. I forgot the name of the name. But anyways, there's the one it's called Pro DJ, or I can't remember what it was. But they also have a switch in there that you can press, and it turns off the lyrics, and you just have straight mic. But it doesn't really sound perfect. But I did find a site that's an AI site that actually says that it will just take out the music. You won't hear nothing. Because you kind of hear the bleeding in the background of the beat, or you hear some of the rapping, but I do hear that a lot. But this one site that I found, actually, it's one of the best sites, at least the best site I have found, that actually takes out vocals and takes out the beat. One thing it does mention is you can all the way get down to just the horns, which is kind of cool. I haven't tried it yet, but the vocals, they work great. So what I did with PLAYBOY ROBs beat, I downloaded it from YouTube, took it to this one site. I can't remember the name of the site right now, but I'll leave it in the description when I do remember. You'll see it. It's an AI site, takes out vocals. You only can use it once a day, so they don't want you blowing it up. Like me. So yeah, I whenever I get a chance and I need it, for example, I'll find, if I'm doing a mix, here's one tip: if I'm doing a mix and it has nothing but singing on there, and there's no beat for me to break off to the next song, then I'm going to take out some lyrics, and I will set up that one song with the regular song, and then right up to that song I'll record it on Audacity, and I'll put that one song in there just normally, and then I'll put the instrumental right after that song. I'll record it on Audacity and set it up as an MP3. It works great because now when I want to break out of there, I can just go to the instrumental part and say la vie. I don't have to wait. So I like that. Always trying to find out ways to get out of certain songs. I don't like mixing where it sounds like that doesn't sound good. I try to be a perfectionist as much as I can, but sometimes some things get the better of me. Other than that, I found this one site that takes out instrumentals, it makes an instrumental a cappella and all that. So I got an a cappella of PLAYBOY ROB, which was cool. But the only problem is when I was trying to get the acapellas to go to the beat, for some reason it just sounded terrible, and it just didn't sound good. As much as I try to tweak it out a little bit, it wouldn't stay on. I work with digital tables now, and even syncing it wouldn't work for some odd reason. I try to do all kinds of different things. Try to mess around with the beat grids. I just got frustrated. So what I used was Audacity. I just put PLAYBOY ROBs, his acapella lyrics in there, and then I grabbed my funky beat. Yeah, I put the beat in there, and then it still wasn't working right. But I went in there to Audacity because you can split the track. And so I split it a little bit, and then because some of it, for some reason, it wasn't Rob's lyrics weren't on point, so I had to actually grab certain parts and move them off to a little bit and get them on point. So it worked out well. It just took a long time because there's a lot of little pieces that I had to go in there and do. So it did come out good, you know. It paid off. So a lot of people like this track, and I'm glad you guys all enjoy it. And so I also want to thank you guys again for stopping by my Vod-Cast and saying hi. Well, you can't say hi because you're over there and you don't got a mic. I do, and so it's all good. But hey, just thank you. I hope to see you guys here again. I'm not sure if you can leave a comment or at this time. I'm not sure how this is all going to work yet, but this is new to me. This is my first Vod-Cast. I'm going to have more guests on this show, but this show here is my first one, so I am the one that's going to be the guest, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so there was so much. I was like the whole night was working on Playboy Rob's track. You know, I did a couple of beats and I didn't like them, so I finally got something going, and it came out really good. I really enjoyed that track. So you know, a lot of people are watching it, and I can't believe how many hits actually were calculated today for YouTube. I threw it on YouTube and also threw it on Facebook. And I also got this one photo from a friend of mine on my Facebook. His name is John. I'm not going to give out last names, but thank you, John, for giving me those pictures. I didn't have any pictures, and the pictures I did have were terrible, and I should just left it blank, but it just looks too dull when you make a video and there's nothing on there besides the music. So I got a good picture from John. Thank you very much, John. And that was pretty fast because I just asked for it, and John was like, "Here you go." And I was like, "All right, cool, man." So yeah, I did a lot of work, you know, all the way down to editing the picture, editing the tracks, making sure everything sounded good. Even Playboy Rob's vocals, I actually tweaked those things out too, put just a little bit of reverb on there, and to try to make it sound more clear and realistic. I also took his lyrics, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but there's a free online free if you guys heard of BandLab, yeah, you can make beats there. I go there a lot to make beats and stuff like that, but you know, I didn't know, but I found it on accident, trying to look for something that would enhance your tracks or your vocals or stuff like that. And I found BandLab actually has a mastering, remix mastering. You know how you remix and remaster your tracks to make them sound really good. So yeah, BandLab has a thing called I forgot the name of it. It's remaster, I think. I'll find it. I'll leave it in the description. But BandLab has a thing where you can upload a track, and they'll give you four versions of your song if you want them. One's with a lot of bass. One's like clear, really clear, crystal clear. One's universal, and there's another one that's can't remember off the top of my head, but there's like four of them that you can choose from when you want to download your track afterwards, after it's mastered by BandLab, and it sounds great. I actually made all four versions of Playboy Rob. You know, one with the bass, one with more clearer. One, I guess they consider it more old schoolish, like cassette time. But it still sounds good. Universal sounds good. Yeah, it really sounds good. I might have some pictures that I can show you guys that kind of show you what I'm looking at. It's great. It's a great tool. And if you register to BandLab, you can do your remastering there, I believe, or you probably can do remastering there without even having an account. I'm not sure, but I use it a lot, and it brings all the levels right where you want them. So it's like having a musician tweaking everything out for you. It's great because with Playboy Rob's lyrics, it actually bring it up to a level where it was perfect. But I still had to tweak it a little bit. Put in a little bit of reverb in the background and make it sound like like one of those studio vocals. Where you're in the studio and you hear that crisp and a little bit of reverb in there, which sounds awesome. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And let me, actually, let me show you guys what I'm talking about on some of these sites that I did go to, like BandLab remastering, and the one I believe it's called AI remove vocals or something like that. But yeah, I used the picture that John gave me. I erased all the background and put them in another environment. I made it really simple for the cover. Other than that, the track came out really good. Actually, there's a second track right after that track that I did first, but I kept it in there because who cares? You want to hear it? Go ahead. If you don't, just listen to the first one and stop and go back to the start of the first one, because I believe that's the best one. If thinking about it now, I probably wouldn't have put it in there. I would have threw it out the window. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, if you like that type of style of hip hop, you'll check it out when you see the video. If you're aware, or if you already have seen it, it's track 2, not track 1. Track 1's the best one. Track 2 is the other one I actually did first, but I didn't really like it, so I said, nah, I need something more funky than this. So I said, yeah, I need something more funkier than this. I need something that's going to be really good, pumping, stuff like that. But yeah, so welcome to my show. I am the GRANDMIXER TDC, and I'm basically doing a show more or less because my equipment went out. If you haven't seen my videos of my turntables going out, I wouldn't have never bought Prime 4. And for you guys that haven't bought any equipment and you want to buy something like a digital music DJ turntable thing stuff, don't buy Prime 4. Because now that I know, because my pads went out and some other issues went on and I had to take it to a repair shop, that they don't make parts for this thing. So sooner or later, it's just going to sit in your garage or your table and collect dust because it's unusable, because some of the buttons won't work anymore. One issue that's happening with mine is the menu button. They were mentioning that the menu button, they don't got parts for that. And so the guy's going to scrounge around some other equipment to see if he can swap and try to get it going. He says, eventually I'm just going to hit the menu and it's not going to work no more. And I'm like, why did I get something like this without... Why is DJ Prime 4 is not new, but why would they even try to be selling something like that if they don't even make parts for it anymore? They don't even have a service manual. It's stupid. I would have never got it knowing about that, but I got it because if it's brand new, it's a great tool. But if it's not so brand new and you've been using it for a while and it's going to probably have some problems sooner or later, not a good time to do a party and all of a sudden one of those things go out. So I like the fact that my 1200 turntables and records and an amp were always usable and they never broke down on me. But digital turntables, well, I like them now, but I don't know. Maybe I might buy Pioneer. Who knows? I'm thinking about it because I don't like the thought that I am using Prime 4 and eventually it's going to die on me, and there's not going to be no parts for me to fix. So that's weird. I find that unimaginable, because if you're going to sell something to people, make sure you know that you can repair it for them, because people have mistakes. Drop it, something spills in it, someone bangs on it, someone has a fight at a party, and all of a sudden your equipment gets moved around a little bit. Yeah, good luck with getting that repaired, because I haven't had my Prime 4 for at least 2 weeks. I was trying to make something, my new Mega Mix, and try to do some more stuff on there to show you guys. But it eventually, it stopped working on me. So eventually, it'll make its way back here, and who knows how long I'll have it for until it breaks down again. And because I'm not going to keep paying for it to go to I forgot the name of the place. Be sending it off. It weighs about 45 pounds, something like that, with it all boxed up. But other than that, I wouldn't have never bought it. But Prime 4, come on. Guess who's here? It's Grayson. What's going on, Grayson? You getting bored? You don't like my show? Or you do like my show? You just up here to say, hey, look it. I'm Grayson. I'm Grayson. I can have some fun over here. This is Grayson. She's a cat that she's a cat that I actually found at work, and she was so cool because Grayson would always come and see me every morning because she was hungry, and she was just like, she's like cool with all the people. She's really nice, and I kept thinking like, that'd be so messed up if she trusts somebody and all of a sudden someone hurts her, kicks her and stuff. I couldn't let that happen, so I had to take her. I had to take Grayson. So Grayson is now with me. She used to be sleeping in the ghetto. She's a ghetto cat. she's my little baby. Huh, Grayson? What's going on, Grayson? So Grayson is a part of my my home. So she's juiced in. Right, Grayson? You juiced in. Well, anyways, welcome again to my show, my Vod-Cast, and let's, I have, actually, thinking about it, I have a video that you guys haven't seen before, and it's an old, maybe I might do a remake on it. But this video is old. It's like 2011, 2010, I believe. I was doing a video a long time ago. I was living out in by Lodi, California, with nothing out there, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video. I'm just gonna put something together. So I started putting some music. I put some beats together, and so I made a little video. You might want to see. So anyways, the song is called "Back on the Cut." GRANDMIXER TDC, and it does say Dirty Bastards, but the only reason I used that is because I was so grubby that day, and I was like, man, look how I look, man. Anyways, so yeah, the next video that you're about to see is called Back on the Cut by the GRANDMIXER TDC. It's an old school one, so like I said, I might just make a remix. So here it is, GRANDMIXER TDC, Back on the Cut.